The only hiccup for ÄRISNOЙDIS was against the extremely tough Uzbek Nurmatov in the round of 64. Since then, he's looked almost unstoppable. Well, Yelousinov beat Maruchan of Germany in the semi-final. Maruchan gets a bronze. Yelousinov took gold at the Continental Championships, quarterfinals at the London Olympics, round of 16 at the last World Championships. This will be his first World Championship medal. And in comes ÄRISNOЙDIS. These are the judges: Korea, Algeria, Tunisia, Poland, and Argentina. Our referee for the match from Ireland, Mr. Michael Gallagher. Into the centre for a last moment's briefing. Three 3-minute rounds. A World Championship boxing awaits. Men's welter, under 69 kilo class. This is for the gold medal, and for the Kazakh athlete, the weight of a nation's expectation on his shoulders. We're underway. ДЕСПЭГН of Cuba in blue, Yelousinov of Kazakhstan in red.
Well, we're on for a real clash here, and this is one of the final bouts that I've been looking for. 31 years of age, ÄRISNOЙDIS from Cuba. What a bag full of tricks this fighter is. But he takes on Yelousinov at 22. The age difference, well, work the math for yourself. But a strong fighter. He's gone through this competition like a breeze. ÄRISNOYDIS has set out his stall. Right from the beginning, we know that this is a talented and gifted and unusual boxer. The Kazakh southpaw, ÄRISNOYDIS, orthodox but switch hits, and he has just an unusual approach. High skill level indeed, and a much anticipated clash between these two. Both starting, looking to put some heat on the punches already. Referee just pointing out that their feet come together and their knees clash. But just look at the exchange. And ДЕСПЭГН is so low in that deep stance. Comes under the Kazakh. Yelousinov really trying to work out how to handle ДЕСПЭГН. ДЕСПЭГН moving forward, showing the kind of aggression that judges like to score on. They're playing a very cagey game. Yelousinov trying to work off the counter, but actually that's where ДЕСПЭГН lives. ДЕСПЭГН controlling the centre of the ring. Yelousinov just happy to have a look-see, slips the right hand, goes under.
Well, just over 40 seconds to go in round number one. Neither have really let loose just yet. Yelousinov, famous for his work rate, right now just trying to understand the beast he's up against in ДЕСПЭГН, who's so tricky.
Yes, ДЕСПЭГН really as slippery as a bag of eels. Just with all that experience at 31 years of age, still got the athleticism, and just look, able to stand in an orthodox way, but then all of a sudden he breaks into lateral movement, the like of which, actually, do you know what, Colin, I've not seen since Chris Eubank. Gets down low and deep, and then backpedals and walks, turns his body off centre, causes a problem for the Kazakh.
One of the Irish pundits called it his cool moonwalking style. It's certainly quite unusual the way he moves. Now, Yelousinov, just watching the last 45 seconds there, he barely threw a punch. Alexander Povetkin, two old foes, they met recently. Well, let's have a little look back at what just happened in the ring.
Well, again, this is going to be a bout that's probably not as interesting for the punches landed as those that slipped, and they spent a whole 3 minutes cat and mousing the first round.
Now, ELEUSÍNOV 10-9 across the board there. The Kazakh getting given that round. The last 45 seconds, he barely threw a punch, but did enough work in the first minute and a half to get given the nod by the judges. But this is a tight contest, and dancing away in the corner is the Cuban in blue, DESPЭGN. He looks fresh as a daisy still, and we know if he puts his foot down, he can go into overdrive.
So 2 of scheduled 3. DESPЭGN goes to work. Kazakh really trying to gauge what's coming. DESPЭGN throws a big overhand right, but stumbles in the process. And of course, at final level, at this championship level, less about the flashy stuff. It's all about hard work. DESPЭGN going under those shots from ELEUSÍNOV. And ELEUSÍNOV slips that punch by such a narrow margin. Absolute centimeters from the right hand of DESPЭGN. DESPЭGN in his bout against Gabriel Maestre of Venezuela did exactly what ELEUSÍNOV is doing now. Worked off the counter, slipped all the big shots coming in, and scored very well when he had the opportunity after spinning off.
Kazakh's getting a little of something to cheer there. Right now it's DESPЭGN who's charging down the Kazakh.
Closing off the ring, DESPЭGN, trying to bring it forward, trying to stay with his man and keep that distance close. DESPЭGN probably feels he's got the work to do. ELEUSÍNOV ranked number 4 in the AIBA World Rankings. DESPЭGN, Cuban national champion, took bronze at the Pan American Championships in Chile. Well, with just under a minute left in this round, as I said, not so much about the connections as the misses. Good solid work there from DESPЭGN. But look at that. And neither of these fighters can lay a meaningful connection on the other. It's a great display of evasive work, and this really is high-level boxing.
Keep your head up, says the referee. And ELEUSÍNOV trying to turn it on here in the final moments of the round. DESPЭGN chucking good combinations. Doesn't particularly get through there, though.
Well, DESPЭGN's been driving forward, he's been showing aggression, he's been trying to land shots on the Kazakh. I hope he gets recognised for that in this round, but look at that. Unbelievable, ELEUSÍNOV, a man of that size. Here 1 minute, gone the next.
It's almost a little bit different than the others. It's more a contest of defence, this. Both men slipping punches well. Neither man being overly aggressive. Perhaps DESPЭGN being a little bit more on the front foot.
Absolutely, physical and mental chess. These boxers having to lock on a target that's gone in a split second. It really is elite boxing.
Well, here are the judges' scores, 2018 across the board. And ELEUSÍNOV right now is in the commanding position. He leads on every single judge's scorecard, and that means ЭRИСНОЙДИS DESPЭGN of Cuba is going to have to come out now in the third and final round and not just beat him in a close fashion. He's going to really have to beat him. 10-8, 10-7 from some of the judges, perhaps to try and outscore him or even get a TKO. That is what is needed by the Cuban now, and he knows it. He gets underway here. He's already thrown 10 punches in a matter of a few seconds. The Cuban in blue, the Kazakh, ELEUSÍNOV in the lead in red. Final round.
Well, this has been an absolutely engaging clash. If you could stop frame all of the action here, you'd see incredible classic textbook slips, weaves. Both these fighters really at the top of their game. Good left hand goes over the top. Just grazes the temple of Despaigne, but he gets caught by the Kazakh. And again, a left hand from the Kazakh goes inside. Despaigne just a little bit slower to get his shots off here. So toe-to-toe in the center of the ring in the last round. Beautiful slip there from Despaigne. Catches the Kazakh with the right hand. Yelusinow goes inside for the uppercut, brings the right hand round. So in this third and final round now, both fighters setting their stall out and going to work.
Watch the head, says the referee. Keep your head up to both of them. So just a minute and a half less to go in this final round. Despaigne started at a cracking pace. He's slowed up a little now.
Starting to land shots now. Yelusinow. Despaigne throwing the shots, hitting the arms and the gloves. Despaigne really hunting him down, but getting caught in the process. Big right hand, and now we're seeing the magic of the Kazakhstan boxer peddling and playing Despaigne at his own game. And what a show of defiance here from Yelusinow. Backpedaled with that unorthodox style that Despaigne uses. As if to say to the Cuban, I can do it too. Gum shield out. Yelusinow in his corner to have it replaced.
The President of Kazakhstan has joined the proceedings here, Mr. Nursultan Nazarbayev, which just adds a whole extra zip to the young Kazakh's performance here. Yelusinow, can he give something special in the last 15 seconds? Not just for the fans, but for his president now.
Well, what a moment for the president to arrive to see Yelusinow dancing in the ring and out-dancing a man who's known for incredible footwork, ÄRISNOYDIS Despaigne.
Just magnificent. Yelusinow, he didn't dominate the way he did in all of the other fights. Of course, this is the World Championship final. The Cuban Despaigne put up his best in that third round, but I don't think it's enough.
Well, Despaigne just couldn't land the shots cleanly. It was a great demonstration of elusive boxing.
And his big cheers for the president who has joined the proceedings, Mr. Nursultan Nazarbayev, President of the Republic of Kazakhstan. And what an atmosphere here. The Klitschko brothers, the president, and indeed 6 Kazakh fighters in the World Championship finals. And another one has taken a world title across the board. 3-0 winner